right, everybody, welcome back to Chicken Police. Hopefully, the final episode. All right. Thank you for the subscription, Toku. My nose is so itchy right now. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay. What have we done? Hey, Vestarian! It's a wild action.
A stack of...
Okay, all of this I've already looked at.
Who'd have thought? I believed that little rat. I thought he'd changed.
Did we do this last night?
Idiot.
There's a point when it's too late to change, Marty. His past caught up with him.
The horny is
Whatever
starting
he did
already,
since then
Wibbles.
doesn't
Hey,
matter.
BJ.
Not much.
Exactly. And that's the case with us, too. That's why I won't back down.
Unless we get like
Even though a voice
34
in my head
clucks
is
tonight, there's
screaming
no
right
way.
now, leave it all to hell and have another drink.
Okay, we did this
Maybe
last
we
night.
should do that.
Maybe we should.
Or maybe we didn't. Insane
So where
asylum?
exactly is this place?
A few hours' drive from here, in the middle of nowhere. It's a creepy old mansion, of course.
You think it's a good idea to go there? What if it's a trap?
I told you, you can still go back.
Huh, wouldn't you love that? No such luck, boss. If I get killed or locked up
Oh,
forever
really?
in an insane asylum,
Vestarian?
that's gonna be on you.
Thanks,
What
pal.
was it?
I deserved that.
Rude.
You still trust her?
I never trusted her, Marty.
I mean, you believe her?
I'm sure she was honestly afraid. People don't fake it that easy. But I can understand why she didn't tell us about her, former
Are we sure
profession.
Natasha's still alive?
Or
We haven't
how
seen
she
her
knows
since
Molly.
like 2 nights
Yeah,
ago.
that too. And the death of Deborah complicated things even more.
Hey, Sonny, she didn't seduce you, right?
All right,
mean,
this is where he says,
Natasha.
I wasn't up there that
Don't
long.
be stupid, Marty. My old ticker hasn't been beating for a long time. Not that way, anyway.
Yeah, all right, boss. So what do you
Okay.
think happened to the corpse?
Probably
eaten.
been eaten.
Yeah.
Horrible to think about, but
All right, so we did
even
this
if
last
half
night.
of what they say about the hive is true,
Let's just skip it. All right. New codex entry. I'm assuming the hive. The meat war, right? This is, yeah, 27 species were declared extinct. I remember getting that last night. So, now we need to go to the insane
you're
asylum.
the best, Boobo. You finally proved useful.
555-966. I'm assuming we have to call them. There's no reason for us to have the phone number otherwise. I know I tried this last night and it didn't do anything. See if it does anything tonight.
Hello, you've called the Met Therapy
Okay,
Forever
all right.
Mental Institution for Ill and Damaged Minds.
What a name!
What can I do for you, sir? Or madam?
Well, I'd like to inquire about a patient who I believe is being treated at your institution.
They can't
His
give that
name
kind
is
of stuff out.
Albert Wessler.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah.
but I can't give out that information if you don't have the password given to relatives. Do you
Ibn.
have one?
I don't know.
Unfortunately, I don't have that. I'm not a relative. I'm calling from the Clawville Police Department.
I mean, that might work.
Oh, I see. In that case, officer,
Hmm.
I'd advise you to visit
Sounds
our
like a trap.
institution personally. Our director and I would be happy to answer your
You're already mother clucking
Thank
angry
you,
for
miss.
falling
I
asleep.
guess I'll do that.
We'll welcome you with open arms, sir. Have yourself a beautiful starlit
It's a
night.
trap. It's a trap.
Oh, thanks. Goodbye.
See you soon.
Creepy. Okay.
So,
We have to go there.
the thought gives me goosebumps.
Chicken bumps aren't good enough for you?
Ha ha ha.
No, already asked him everything.
So, I get the couch?
It'd be better if I called Lewis. He'll open up a room for you to sleep in.
Okay.
Great idea.
Crap, do I remember Lewis's phone number? What is Lewis's phone number? Do swear I remember Lewis's phone number. It's like 932, right? 555-932? Think? Oh, I wonder if this game allows you to call random numbers. Please be Lewis. It is not 8675309.
Hey, Lewis, it's...
Oh, I got it right.
It's me again.
I'm gonna sneeze again. Come on.
What's up?
Were you sleeping, pal?
Poor Lewis. This is like the 6th time.
Wasn't. Anyway, I'm always at your...
He's gotta be bad.
Would you open up a room for Marty?
Naturally, Sonny.
Thanks, Lewis.
How's,
I'm not even gonna say
Komodo
it.
doing?
I will. You owe me one.
That means 2. You owe him 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're here. Okay, so I guess now we can go to the insane asylum? Don't we need to spend the night? I guess not. Ooh, chapter 4. Okay.
I slept like I used to sleep years ago. Like a miner or a soldier.
Are you sleeping on a couch?
Empty, dead tired. Then I saw Tessa, my darling little daughter. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't recall her face. I reached out to her, but she just kept getting further and further away. Then I saw Molly. But she wasn't real, just the ghost of a memory. I'm here, I cried, but all I heard was laughter. Not hers. Who's there? Suddenly, she appeared.
Kissing?
Natasha.
Laughing? What is she doing?
Just stood there laughing,
Okay, that's a laugh.
but her eyes were cold. Then she said something. Painted red, painted red, painted red.
Okay, you weirdo.
That was just a dream, Sonny.
Boy, I hope you weren't driving when you had that
Nothing
dream.
more. I looked at Marty and I saw the same thing in his eyes as he probably saw in mine. It's time to hit the brakes, to turn back, go home and forget about all of this. Of course, I stepped on the gas instead.
Okay.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting anything good, but this,
Ooh, just like a horror movie.
I was thinking the same.
Appearances can be deceiving.
I'm still
Let's
saying that
hope so.
the one that got murdered was Ibn, and that Albert replaced him, and that's why he's been acting weird. Woohoo! It is a little horrifying. Oh God. Okay. What do we got?
We should check in first.
Okay. Hey, it's in color.
This picture
Is in color.
It's very...
special.
It's in color. The Fox King giving food to
This picture
It's...
special.
to children, and I don't know who that's supposed to be. Okay.
Even if you manage to escape, there's nothing but hills and forests for 100 miles.
Imagine how many poor lunatic ghosts must haunt those woods.
Ooh, Sonny,
Is this
you're creeping me out.
the woods that Filmar found the body in? We've got the corridor and the
This
resident.
guy seems strangely familiar to me.
You don't say. You've been treated here too. That would explain a lot.
Oh, don't be stupid. I'm serious. Take a closer look.
Who is it?
No.
It's
Well,
not the...
No, it can't be. Are you telling me it's him? M.B. Davis himself?
I'm sure of it, pal. It seems the gossip
Oh,
was true.
the guy that I have a picture
the
of on my
eternal
wall.
king of jazz in a madhouse.
Oh, no. The poor devil.
Can we talk to him?
It doesn't matter how big a star you
I
once
guess not.
were. Ending up lonely and crazy in a rotting insane asylum in the middle of nowhere It's like the universe restoring its balance.
That was very poetic of you, Marty. Almost deep. Careful you don't drown.
Cluck you.
Cluck count.
We should go to reception first. Let them know we're here.
Cluck count 36. There's BJ. Okay, so talk to the nurse.
Like
Or at
an
least their
angel
neck.
from heaven, isn't
Man,
he?
him and his
Yeah,
long neck
half of
woman.
her's still up there, I think.
That's
Ow!
rude.
Oh, boo-hoo.
All right. Sorry, I just had to look something up. I was made aware today that collecting all of the Chicken Police stories gets you a special
Of all the
cutscene.
great wild ones,
Greetings, miss.
is it really you?
We really don't
Well,
get to see her face.
Yes.
Yes.
They should be looking
it
up,
really
though.
Is you, the chicken police?
I'm afraid so.
Of all that's furry and plumey, that's fantastic. Oh my goodness.
Miss, we'd like to ask...
Please, don't be scared.
Don't hyperventilate.
I'm just really excited. You know, I've read every book about you and your adventures, and I even collected newspaper articles when I was a little girl.
Would you like an
Indeed.
autograph?
You can't imagine what an honor it is to meet you in person.
We really...
Oh God, oh God, oh God. Take a deep breath, Miranda. Take a deep breath.
Oh boy.
Are you okay, miss?
Yes, I am. I just needed some air. So, dear detectives, Santino and Martin, what can I do for you?
Well, miss, we have some questions, if you don't mind.
I'd love to answer all of your questions.
She wasn't the one on the
detectives.
phone, was she? Talk to the superfan nurse at the asylum. Okay, let's see what we've got here. We've got... Ooh, we filled them all in, huh? One left. Miranda the nurse, giraffe, full of hope, full of life, full of everything. She's a big fan of us, unfortunately. Overly nice nurse we met behind the desk. She's an embarrassingly huge fan of the Chicken Police. Okay.
What do you think? Can she hear us up there?
The tall
Sonny,
jokes.
Stop being so heightist. It's a different world nowadays, you know?
Okay, so there's a word for that. Heightist.
Okay.
Got
Cry
it.
me a river.
I'm forever amazed by what an asshole you are.
Sorry, but I still can't believe
Okay,
it's
so
really you.
we just go on to asking.
Neither can we.
You
Got
can't imagine how wonderful it is that I can help you in one of your cases. Does this mean it will become a new book? And maybe I will be in it?
Miss, those books aren't really...
Don't even tell me. No, I don't want to know. Let it be a surprise instead.
You'd have to change your
No,
name
I
anyway.
didn't mean...
Leave it to me, Sonny. I'm good at this. Thank you, miss.
Oh, God.
Your
He's
words
gonna
are
get
very
kicked.
flattering, and we are honored.
No, I thank you. I'll never forget this day.
We won't either, that's for sure.
We're happy to bring you joy, miss. Anytime.
All right, let's start asking questions. Oh,
Say,
there's only the
miss,
one.
What can you tell us about this place?
Our institution was standing even before the Great Meat War, and during the war, it was transformed into a military hospital. Since then, we're relentlessly working on treating injured minds under the leadership of Dr. Quetzel, the famous specialist.
What is Dr.
The place
Quetzel?
seems pretty empty.
A snake.
Do many people work here?
We have 32 residents and 7 nurses, including me. We also have a 3-person maintenance and cleaning staff, and, of course, the heart and soul
So 7
of our
nurses for 32.
institution,
That's not
Dr.
too bad.
Quetzel himself.
I see. Now, this Dr. Quetzel, is he the director here?
Exactly. Director, scientist, researcher, patron, and doctor. And even a friend.
Quite a guy.
He certainly is.
Dr. Seuss Quetzalcoatl. I want to ask
So
about
who
him.
is this Dr. Quetzal exactly?
He's a world-famous researcher of the mind, Mr. Featherland. He published countless books in the fields of psychology and psychotherapy.
Psycho what?
Unraveling the mind. It's the most crucial mission of
Every
the
time I see his
century,
last
Mr.
name, McChicken.
That's really good to know.
So this doctor's some celebrity, right? Does he usually meet other important persons?
Poppy? I
I'm
did the
not
first
sure I
part
know
of
what you
Poppy.
mean.
I haven't even gotten around to the
Like,
second part of Poppy.
Mr. Hobart Wessler, for example.
I still have to finish Garten of Band Band
yes.
too.
That's something you should ask the doctor himself,
Five
but
behind on that one.
unfortunately,
Four
I don't
behind.
think he has time right now.
He's swamped, is he?
Exactly, Mr. Featherland. He is very, very, very busy. All the time.
I thought so.
A
Now,
stranger's
what can you
Spain.
say about this, miss? Have you seen anything like it?
Of course. Our residents wear these for identification. But how did you come by it? They only wear them inside the institution.
Huh. I see.
The wristband does belong to one of our residents. But I'm afraid
One
I'm
of
not
your
allowed to tell you
current
more due to
residents?
regulations.
Oh, come on, Miranda. It's us, the Chicken Police.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Miranda, this case is a matter of life and death. Lives are in your hands.
All right. All right. I'll do it. Albert Wessler. The patient's name is Albert Thaddeus Wessler.
Yeah, we knew that. This is not new
Figures.
information.
Just as we thought.
Thank you, Miranda. We'll never forget this.
Please, don't make me blush. And don't tell anyone you heard it from
We
me.
won't. We already knew
Oh,
that.
we won't. I promise.
So when can we talk to Mr. Wessler?
I need to ask Dr. Quetzal. Please wait here.
Thank you.
Okay. We can leave. I need to find the books. I want to get all of the cutscenes.
We need to let them know we're here first.
We did. All right, well, let's see what we have here. Probably just more about... Oh, no, it's about Quetzal. The professor is a really polyhistor? Polyhistor? Scientist, writer, philosopher, and who knows what else. Name, green tree python, cold, distant professional, and gives me the creeps. Okay.
It did clock you.
We already let them know we were here. What else can we do? She said she was going to go talk. Okay, maybe
Dr. Quetzal will see
okay.
you. He's waiting for you in his office. Up the stairs, all the way down the hall, until the last door.
Has this
What
place
a
been
surprise.
condemned?
It's enough to mention Wessler's name and all the doors are open.
I wouldn't want to get mixed up in this, but do you think Albert is in danger?
Danger? What do you mean?
Yeah.
We haven't heard from him since he disappeared, and we're really, really worried.
Well,
I
shit, he's
see.
not even here anymore?
We don't know yet, miss, but let's hope for the best.
Great wild ones protect him.
Where is he?
No idea, Marty.
The smell of all that's furry. I'll never get used to it.
Well, reptiles have a disgusting body odor, Marty, but they feel exactly the same about us.
And he's right behind you.
Exactly. Great wild ones, you scared the hell out of me.
I already sensed your arrival from afar. You know, snakes have a different sense of smell. And birds used to be
Oh my
our
God.
prey once upon
sounds-
a time.
Well, yeah. Luckily, we're living in civilized times.
Lucky. Please take a seat. How can I help you, gentlemen?
I'm scared. We have his desk, we've got the window, we've got the walls.
Your office is rather Puritan. Simple, I mean.
Ain't that the truth?
Well, yes. I can't let my mind wander from my work. I only keep what's essential in my office.
I see. That makes sense.
Okay. Got a
Why
window.
do you have bars on your windows?
It's an insane asylum.
Because it's a room like all the others, and I'm just an animal too, like all our
Wait, what does that mean? Are you a
residents.
inmate?
With the significant difference of you being a doctor and not a patient. Am I right?
It's not as big of a difference
I'm
as
scared.
you think.
Back away from this guy. We've got his desk. We've got what? Oh, it's a medical kit. The
Is
same
this
thing?
cell like the others?
Oh, this is a
I
cell.
would
Okay.
rather call it a room. But yes, it's like all the others, except there are even bigger ones than this.
Okay.
An isle of reason in a sea of insanity.
That's a weird way to talk about a desk, but
Insanity
okay.
is such a strong word, and it's mostly an abstract
Well, I'm pretty sure Sonny's
idea.
insane, and I know
Where
Marty's
does
nuts, so...
insanity start, and how long is one not insane? Interesting questions. Am I normal, or are you? Maybe neither of us.
I'm going neither of us at this point, honestly.
You see, that's something I think about a lot nowadays.
Yeah,
If you like, I can give you an appointment.
I will pass.
Oh, this is your chance, Sonny. Don't miss it. We're already here.
Marty, clock up.
Hey, click count. There we go. All right, well, I think that's it. I don't see a book in this one. What do we pick up here? Just more information about him? Oh, more information about Albert. We might have a bingo. Albert Wessler has disappeared.
A snake. I can't help it, but
Well, I mean, that
they
makes
make my
sense. They used to
feathers
predate
stand
on you, and he
end.
even said that.
To be honest, gentlemen, your visit is anything but a surprise. I could even say I was expecting it.
What an introduction.
Please forgive me. I have the bad habit of immediately getting into the middle of
I don't want to hear
things.
how he pronounces
How
this.
very rude of me. My name is Dr. Sessuous Quetzalcoatl, but most call me Dr. Quetzal to keep it simple.
Simpler?
The name
It's
is
not really
Santino
simple.
Featherland, and this is my partner, Martin McChicken, from...
From the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department. Your fame is one step ahead of you.
We're used to it.
Certainly.
We're trying to see if the
We
game
have
can
some
get to
questions
69
about
clubs.
one of your patients, if you don't mind. We'd like to talk to him, if that's possible.
Please be specific, detective.
Look, Doctor, we're too tired to play cat and mouse. Not that snake
Yeah,
and
no, it
chicken
doesn't.
sounds any better.
I've seen how a steak
Very
eats a chicken.
funny,
It's
I
not
must
better.
say. Just what I expected from you two detectives.
We know you know. It's about Albert Wessler.
Every time I
Ibn
read that,
Wessler's
Wesker.
secret twin. Ever since we've said his name, all the doors have miraculously opened. That's what we call a bullseye.
Well, yes. Why should I deny it? We're talking about a rather illustrious patient here, who's also a very particular medical case.
It's spelled
Now,
peculiar,
that's
pronounced
much
peculiar.
more interesting. So, are you willing to talk about him?
Because Albert, regrettably, has disappeared, and you are police detectives, I have no reason
he's
not
looking
to
at his
talk
watch.
to you. Of course, I'm at your service. But you must
So
understand,
what else?
I can't disclose information about my patients.
Not even if it's a matter of life and death?
Everything's a matter of life and death in here, detective. This is a hospital, even if it's primarily for the mind, not the body.
I wonder if
Still,
these
I'd
body
like to
models
give
were
the
warned that, hey, by the
impossible
way,
a
you're going to
try.
have your head
Please, detective,
replaced with that of a rooster.
Just do your job, and
Or
I'll
snake,
do
or-
mine.
You know, we haven't seen a hippo yet. I was about to say hippo, and I'm like, wait, no, we haven't seen a hippo yet. Okay,
Tell me, Doctor, do you know Madame Zavas?
Just like everybody else.
Or an
I've
elephant.
heard of
We've
her,
seen
but I never had
giraffes,
the
we've
pleasure
seen
of meeting her in
zebras,
person.
no hyenas.
I'm sure she's an interesting case.
Oh, you can be sure about that. I'd gladly get you two together if I had the chance. A spare cell
Somebody's
would
a
suit her very
little
much.
bitter.
Is that so?
As it turns out, she likes small, narrow, secret places.
No
Oh, I
rhinos.
see. What a coincidence.
Okay.
What kind of a place is this exactly? I assume it wasn't built as an insane asylum.
It
Why?
used to be a mansion. Construction started during the occupation in 622. Then it stood empty for almost a
I
century.
guess because they did say it was an
until
old
finally
mansion, so.
it went to the crown of Clawville when Hector's great-grandfather took the throne. The rest is history.
How long have you been working here?
I've worked here for more than 30 years, but it's been in my family's possession for almost 150 years.
So if I count correctly, as soon as it went to the crown, it was seized by your family.
That's almost accurate, Mr. Featherland.
Oh,
What
no,
a
I'm just
lovely
saying there are no
inheritance.
rhinos in the game. Or hippos, or elephants, or...
How long was Albert a resident of the
Cheetahs or-
institution?
I mean, we've
For
seen some
quite
pictures of
some
tigers
time,
and...
his first symptoms surfaced in his teens. Depression, panic attacks, and schizophrenia.
Was he brought here immediately after the first signs that something wasn't right?
You know, the biggest problem with an opinion on insanity is that animals are ashamed of it.
Kind of like the
That's the
old
reason our institution
human
stands
opinion
out
on
here
therapy?
in the middle of nowhere.
You can't get it without being crazy.
Because animals would rather hide what they're afraid to face.
I
pretty
couldn't
universal
have said
opinion,
it
apparently.
better myself.
As far as I know, the Wessler family wasn't exceptionally wealthy.
Indeed, they were rather poor, but we offer our services gratis.
Who pays you?
Then how do you sustain
Yeah.
yourselves?
By the grace of the treasury of King Hector
Okay,
III.
so you're supported by the
of
crown.
course.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
My family and the royal dynasty had always been on good terms, Mr. Santino.
Okay, can we just... Yeah, thanks. Let's skip over all of that. Okay, so now we can question him. Before we do that... No, I wanted to see my codex. What did I get here? Half-century occupation. Since its foundation, an attempt to conquer Clawville has only been made once. The half-century occupation lasted 50 years. During this time, the Harar Empire took over all of Clawville's territories except the colonies, which in the end, with the help of Svolaso and Vlavoslava, took back control over Clawville. They made a really rich history here, and we're not even scraping the surface of it. Professor's family has governed the mental health facility and its estate for more than 100 years. Quite a heritage, eh? All right, let's question you.
Dr. Quetzal's a real mystery. But I can turn that to my advantage. I just need to focus on the strangest pieces of the puzzle.
Okay, so I'm at the negative, so when...
So when did Albert become a resident of your institute?
Albert and Hobart, or Ibn as you call him,
They both
arrived
did,
here
okay.
almost exactly 4 years ago.
Could you describe that day more specifically?
It was not long after New Year's Eve, maybe the first week of the year, if I'm not mistaken. It was sleeting that day. Wind was banging incessantly on the windows. The power was going
Can we
out
describe
for
the
short periods
day-
of time.
What was your first impression of them?
I
more
already
specifically,
knew the
according to them?
Wessler name. I knew who they were. Or at least I knew one of them, Hobart Wessler. He was famous. Gangster, moneylender, celebrity, lover.
And Albert?
Why did you say it like that?
He was new to me, an invisible gray ghost. The family had tried to keep his existence a secret.
Why?
Because they were ashamed of him, of course, Mr. Featherland. That's how
He
it
wasn't a
usually
gangster?
is.
What was your first impression of him?
He already said a
was
gray ghost.
Silent, but observed everything that surrounded him.
Okay.
His eyes were constantly
Plotting his
moving,
way out?
never stopped for a second.
Was he afraid?
I wouldn't say so. It seemed to me that he wanted to move into our institution voluntarily. It looked as if he couldn't wait to be here, alone, locked up in silence and darkness.
Didn't you think of that as unusual?
Of course I did, but who am I to judge? It was rather special treatment.
Why? Why was it special treatment? Addicted to details.
What kind of special treatment did Albert
Let's
get?
try that.
You know, if an institution like ours has to accept a Wessler as a guest, there's bound to be some favoritism.
And complete secrecy,
Yeah,
I
of
guess.
course.
Yes, but that's the case for all our patients, Mr. Featherland.
Of course.
Shocker.
So in what way did he receive more than the others?
He already told you he couldn't
Basically,
tell
we
you.
don't admit anyone into our institution without a complete and thorough prior
so you
assessment.
admitted him without knowing
In the
he needed
case
to be
of
here.
Albert, we put that aside.
Okay, got it.
So you didn't even know if he had anything wrong with him?
Initially, no. He was more of a guest than a patient.
Were they hiding him then? Trying to keep him safe? Mysterious, addicted to details, and a daydreamer now. Okay.
How did you see Albert when you first met?
Albert was shy and reserved, like a ghost. He almost
said that
never
twice now. He's a
touched
ghost.
anything. It was evident
that
he was
important?
exceptionally intelligent. He measured and observed everything around him.
What else?
He was delicate and graceful.
Am I winning? I don't think I'm
almost like a
losing, but I don't know if
woman.
I'm winning.
Yes. He was rather feminine. He was an artist, Mr. Featherland, a magnificent painter, and rather
have a painting?
good writer, too. Sometimes I even heard him sing.
Why did he have to be locked up?
I asked the same thing at first.
Okay.
Are you telling me Albert had multiple personalities?
We found out very quickly that there was no other reason for the cause of his seizures. He had a cold and calculating personality who sometimes, especially on stormy days, took the reins over their shared mind.
He had these seizures from the beginning.
Yes, Mr. Featherland, but they started to intensify after Albert left our institution for the first time.
He did what? Left the institution? More than once?
Oh, yes, Mr. Featherland. Albert left the institution on
'Cause he was free to
several
go, right? 'Cause he wasn't
occasions
committed.
Until the last time, when he failed to come back.
Quetzal's not only very observant, but he's addicted to details. I must focus on that if I want to get closer to the truth. Focus. Addicted to details.
Got it. Okay.
When and why did Albert leave the institution for the first time?
It was about 2 years ago. Mr. Hobart Wessler appeared and demanded we let his brother go free.
So he brought him
Naturally, we
in and then
obliged.
demanded you let him
We
out
had
and then
no
brought him
idea
back?
if we'd ever see him again.
But you did.
He returned the same day. Albert was ecstatic. He was unrestrained.
I am
could
so confused.
almost
I have no
say
idea where they're going with this.
Happy.
So his brother
That
would
was
commit him and then
unusual
pull him
for
out and then
him?
bring him back or let him
I
go
had
back?
never seen him like that before, Mr. Featherland. He just smiled and stared at the
Drug
empty
use?
wall for hours.
Did he ever tell you what happened to him outside?
Of course he did. Albert and I had a good relationship. He was working on a painting for his brother.
So we keep going back to
Was it a
paintings.
painting of a lovely lady cat?
Oh, exactly.
So he's the
you
one that
already
painted
knew
Natasha.
about that.
Yes, Dr. Quetzal, I've seen it.
So did Natasha think that Ibn painted it? Addicted to details.
So Albert left on many
I'm
occasions
not really sure which one of
to
those would
continue
be
working
the
on
most
the painting.
detailed.
Exactly, Mr. Featherland. Every time he came back, he was like a different person. But unfortunately, his seizures also multiplied and became more dangerous.
More dangerous.
Albert was hurting himself. And on one occasion, he even tried to hurt me. It was unprecedented. It seemed his confined personality was taking over their shared mind entirely, piece by piece.
Do you think the painting caused it?
Not the painting, Mr. Featherland.
But its subject.
Exactly. He was obsessed right until that fateful day when he returned
Got
to
it.
us for the last time.
What exactly happened that day,
So
Doctor?
he got obsessed with
It
Natasha and
wasn't
killed his
Hobart
brother?
who brought his brother back that day, but two of his gorillas. Not literally, I mean. And Albert was in a terrible, terrible state.
What happened to him?
I don't like to talk about that, Mr. Featherland.
It could be vital to the case, Dr. Quetzal. Don't back down.
So were they switching
You're
out
right.
Albert for Hobart?
There's no use turning back now. So, Albert's tongue was torn out, or cut off, I don't know exactly, and he was blinded in one eye, or rather...
Well, if they tore out his tongue,
one
that
of
could be
his
so he
eyes
couldn't
was
say, hey, I'm Hobart, not
missing
Albert.
entirely.
So you're saying Albert was brought back horribly mutilated?
Yes. And they didn't give any explanation as to what had happened. They simply told me it was some kind of accident.
Dr. Quetzal is cold and professional, but he's also very confused. Maybe it's cruel, but I must exploit his vulnerability if I want to learn everything about Albert. Focus,
Okay.
confused.
I think we know who brought Albert back. Addicted to details, confused.
You didn't believe Albert had an accident, is that right?
Of course not. I'm not naive. I knew immediately that Albert
you sure
had
it was
been
Albert?
severely battered, and I was sure it had been his brother.
Again, the one thing about
Hobart.
identical twins is you
Well,
can
we don't
swap
know
them.
that, Dr. Quetzal.
Would you defend a monster?
Take it easy, Doc. One of the most critical elements of my job is not to make assumptions.
You're absolutely right, Mr. Featherland. I'm sorry I got carried away.
It's all right. Happens to everyone.
Ah, minus 20. Oh.
Concentrate, Doctor. What do you think happened to Albert?
I'm sure it was Hobart. He ordered his men to mutilate poor Albert.
But why would he do that?
Maybe Albert saw something he could accidentally reveal.
To whom? The four walls? A couple of crazies? You?
To anyone, Mr.
Yeah, he can come and go.
I don't think it's that simple, Doctor. But thank you for your honest opinion.
You're welcome, Detective.
What happened then? How did Albert disappear?
A few weeks later, Hobart came to visit Albert one more time. Albert had been in terrible condition by then.
If you say Hobart
We
was
even had
acting
to
differently, I
transfer
swear to
him
God.
Another cell, a more safe one.
What did Hobart do during the visit?
New clue.
He didn't do anything. He just sat and watched his brother, who was in an almost vegetative state by then.
Couldn't you manage to draw anything out of him? You or Hobart?
Nothing. For a while, he was trying to signal something. Perhaps he was too afraid. And
I'm
most likely
still
his
saying.
fingers had been broken too, so he couldn't even write.
Do you think Hobart could have killed Albert?
It's horrible to say it, but I'm sure of it.
How did he disappear in the end? Did someone come for him?
That's what's most eerie about it all, Mr. Featherland. He simply disappeared. His door, which only I had a key for, was open.
Did anyone see anything?
No one. We interrogated
Don't you
the
have cameras?
staff,
Isn't that a
even the
thing in mental
patients.
institutions?
He simply vanished off the face of the wilderness. We don't know what happened to him.
Unfortunately, I have a hunch. Thank you, Doctor. You've been a great help.
Okay.
Oh, well, I'm glad I could be of help. But please, I now must attend to my
I'm gonna
work.
guess I did pretty bad on
We
that
understand,
interrogation.
Doctor.
Usually it's
Thank
8
you.
questions or less. Okay, not too bad. Woo! Alright. So I now have a new clue. We have a hunch what could have happened to him. Now we have 3 new things about people. Eben most likely killed his own brother and made Zip dispose of the body. I'm still saying Eben was the one that the hive ate. He's cold, reserved, and endlessly professional, but the thing that happened to Albert even got a rise out of him. No surprises there. And then Albert. Albin's brother Eben took him out of the asylum on several occasions to paint that fateful picture of Natasha. I think we have a motive. Okay. Alright. Is there anything else I need to do in here?
It's a piece of a painting. Judging by how well it was hidden,
Okay, that's not really helpful. Anything else?
that's quite shocking information.
I think you understand why we kept it a secret. If it wasn't for Mr. Wessler's demand, we'd never let any of our patients walk freely outside our institution.
Then the accident
Yeah.
happened.
Accident? Ha! We didn't believe it, not for a second.
He was different.
After Albert came back
It
to
was
us,
Eben.
horribly mutilated, he was different.
Different how?
If someone got one of his eyes poked out and his tongue torn out, he'd be different.
It's
but
Hobart.
not like this. Albert was a different person.
We believe you, Doctor. So, can we take a look at Albert's cell?
I'd rather call it his room. Mr. Wessler lived in exceptional circumstances.
Okay.
Thanks to the Wessler name, I guess.
And the Wessler money.
Yes. Well, we try to make all of our patients stay as comfortable as possible, but Albert certainly enjoyed special favoritism.
I hope you don't mind if we take a look around in there.
That's not going to bother anyone.
Why would it?
Well, that's surprising.
color.
I've never seen a cell like this before, that's for sure. I wouldn't mind living here myself.
It seems that being a Wessler gets you privileges.
It's a little
And
cramped,
a
don't
healthy
you
dose
think?
of danger.
Mostly that, yeah. Let's take a good look around. I'm sure we'll find some answers here. I can almost smell them.
Well, I smell paint, ink, plaster, some kind of oil, aging paper, slight smell of rat, and great expectations.
What?
What the dickens?
Unmistakable. Yeah.
This
Get it.
place is bad for you, pal. But if you've already jump-started your beak holes, then sniff out the solution.
I'm on it, Boss Bird.
Okay, so we have writing desk, painting, creepy mural, little window, book, collectible found, handful of waffles.
You know, I don't think he had it so bad in here.
I mean, as far as
You
the
mean
cell go,
apart
it's
from
comfy,
being
but it's
separated from everyone you love in an ancient mansion filled with madmen?
still a cell in an insane asylum.
You're right.
As always.
What are the odds of someone being strapped to a bed? In here, probably
Well,
minimal.
I guess the bed has to find a new owner soon.
Are you really so sure he's not alive anymore?
I never said that.
Does Sunny share my belief that Albert wasn't the one that died? Chess pieces, pile of papers, Albert's letter, photo of the
Identical
Westlers.
twins. And looking at it, they may have easily loved the same woman. 2 men and 1 woman. Nothing good ever comes of
Did I
that.
just steal that picture?
Well, I wouldn't say
Marty.
that exactly.
Of all the wild ones, Marty, please, stitch up your beak, okay?
Just use your imagination,
Marty.
old bird.
He doesn't
Look
want
at
to.
that. A letter. Scribbles, newspaper articles, study papers, poems. Perfect chaos.
Just like the troubled mind of a troubled fella.
Yeah, but there's still a kind of order in it. It's just too intricate for you to comprehend.
Rude.
If you say so, boss.
Anything else? So I've got the pile of papers.
Isn't this familiar, Sonny? Just like your
I
office.
don't
and your
understand why
desk.
sometimes he calls me
Taking a
Sonny
better
and
look
Sonny.
around, I can find even more similarities.
Marty,
Okay. Shut up, Marty. I know.
Hey, he's even quoting me now. Okay. Did I? I did. I stole the pictures.
identical twins.
I can't flip that over. I guess I can't.
Albert was madly in love with Natasha and would have done anything for her.
I know I don't
I'm
exist
afraid
because
he
you don't
did
see me. I'm not what
exactly
you think
that.
I am. Hey, what? You don't think about me, do you? Never. No, I think of you every day, every minute, always. In my dreams, I become one with him, one soul. You know who I am thinking about, right? Can you feel it? Can you feel that I'm there too? With you? The whole world just rotting and rotting. Everything is rotting around me. I have to get out of here, become one with my destiny, one with you.
Albert
Forgive me.
was madly...
Okay. All right. I don't know
What do you make of this?
if that...
Apart from the fact the guy was totally insane? I don't know. What should I?
That maybe we've been chasing the wrong
Yes.
person all this
Yes,
time, Marty.
finally.
What do you mean?
Everything will be revealed soon.
Why do you have to be so melodramatic all of a sudden?
Because he's in a
If
cheap
I'm
detective
right.
novel.
This'll flip the whole case upside down.
What's that, Sonny? A blurb from some horrible novel?
I just have to think things through before I come to any hasty conclusions, Marty.
Ugh, you're killing me. So, what now? Where to?
Not
Back to
yet. I'm not done
Clawville,
here.
Where we can finally put all the pieces together.
You're driving me crazy. But all right, let's go home.
No! Ah! Shit. I didn't get to look at everything.
So, detectives, have you found what you were looking for?
I'm afraid we have, Doctor. And more.
I wouldn't dare to say I'm happy to hear it, but I'm glad to be of service to you.
Well, thanks, Doc.
I hope I don't offend you by saying I hope we're not going to meet anytime soon.
Not on
I'm
account
not
of
gonna
either
be.
of our jobs, am I right?
Exactly.
No achievement for me, I guess. Can I go back to his room?
Farewell, Miranda, dear.
No.
Lovely to meet you.
So, you'll remember my name?
Marty McChicken never forgets, ma'am.
Oh,
Furry gods. Let's go. Goodbye, miss. It was a pleasure.
goodbye, gentlemen, and happy investigating.
Even voiced a
I'm
voice
sure
in a
it'll be
rap
fun.
with
If there's anything I can help you
PSTO.
with, please
For,
just ask.
Ace Attorney.
Thank you, Miranda. You've already helped enough.
Can I?
We need to let them know we're here.
No, man. I want to go back to his room. Alright, fine. Albert fell fatally in love with Natasha. Was that the reason he had to die? That's the only place we can go now is Hotel Atlas.
Oh, I don't believe this. Those two
Oh
again?
shit.
Take them out. My car won't last much longer.
Oh shit, not this
Don't
again.
worry, Sonny. I was born to do this.
Am I gonna be able to hear the gunshots this time? Achievement unlocked.
Are you blind or what? Where did you learn to shoot?
Ah, I'm trying. Ah! Okay, I did it. Woo! I don't know why you can't hear gunshots. That's weird.
Well, that was close.
Not
A
really.
little
I
too
beat it on
close
my
for
first try.
taste, and it only strengthens my belief. Wessler is desperate. He knows if we survive, he's done for.
Well, come on. What did you work out? Will you tell me already?
Sure. Let's put the picture together,
Oh
piece
god,
by
we're going back to
piece.
my office.
Let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
So, we got a case.
It's a clue. No. We got a case, yes. But that wasn't the beginning of the case.
Natasha tried to show
Okay,
us
she
the
tried to
painting.
show us the painting. She was sending us to find the painting. Alright, now a new clue? Or a clue? Is it this type of thing? Okay.
And that painting would have shown us the way.
Show us the way to this?
To Ibn and
Okay.
Albert Wessler.
Hey, I'm doing pretty good.
Albert painted Natasha, so he met her on more than one occasion.
Okay.
Which made Albert
I still say this.
fall in love
Yes.
with Natasha.
I was right.
And on a fateful night, he killed his brother
I
so he
called
could take his place
it.
in secret and win Natasha's heart.
Hey, I knew that thump was coming, and it didn't scare me.
So what happens now?
The inevitable, Marty. We're going to the Wessler mansion to confront Ibn with the facts.
You mean
Albert, yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly. And of course, Natasha.
Do you think she knew about it?
Something stinks, Marty. The whole case seems too intricate.
Too many coincidences, right?
Well, after 10 years, you did learn something, didn't you?
9.
I was trying to shoot the tires.
You're right.
Huh.
What?
You just laughed, Sonny.
What? No, I snorted.
No, you laughed.
You
I'll
laughed.
just leave it, Marty.
I'll be telling this to my grandchicks.
All right, pal. that's enough.
After Laura finds out that you visited like a strip club.
So, Albert fell madly
brothel?
in love with Natasha and decided to have her for himself.
And his best chance was to trade places with Ibn Wessler.
So that's why the torn out
And
tongue.
broken fingers.
Yeah, Ibn couldn't squeal even if he wanted to.
What a diabolical
And maybe
plan.
he needed the eye
More like
or
insane.
something.
But why the messages then? Why the threats? Albert got what he wanted. He could have got away with it.
I'm not a psychologist, Marty, but remember what the doctor told us. Albert has a seriously injured mind and a split personality. I think his two identities were at war with each other.
And they
So
just
the
picked on
messages
Natasha.
were written by one of his personalities, consumed by jealousy?
For the
Something
other
like that,
personality?
Marty, but we can only learn the whole truth from him.
You're right. So, are we going or what?
We're going, Marty, to finally finish what we started.
Well, if there's anything you'd like to do before, do it now, boss.
Do we even
You won't
have
have a
the
chance later.
Wessler Mansion
You're
on our
right,
thing
Marty.
now?
It's time to wrap everything up.
Okay. Before I do anything, I need to check and see if I can pick up any books. Hotel Atlas, that's... Oh, I've never seen the street side of it before. Okay, I need to make sure I don't miss any books. Sorry, I want to make sure I don't miss any books. All right.
I never thought I'd ever look at this place and think of it as home.
Well, after you abandon
Life's
your
weird, isn't it?
wife
I
and
didn't
she
think
flees,
that after what I did to you, we'd work together again.
You mean when you shot me?
are we going to finally find
You
out
know
what
I had my
happened?
reasons, Sonny.
Why did you
Yeah.
shoot me?
Have I ever, apologized?
Did you sleep with his wife?
I don't think so.
Then let's leave it that way.
Hey, I apologize for shooting you, Boss Bird.
That's okay, Marty. It happens.
I don't
even
think
to
I've
the best
ever
of
looked at any
friends.
of my friends and said, I think I'd
I'll
shoot you.
remember what you've just said, and I'll never forget it.
Yeah? Well, don't try to take
Don't shoot me.
advantage of
Please
it.
don't shoot me again.
Who, me? What do you think of me?
Okay.
I see we're ready.
You'll need a shotgun for this kind of deal, Marty. Maybe
Oh,
even
God.
that won't be
We're going to have to go
enough.
get Big Bertha.
Nothing to fear while Bertha's here. Even less because you're here too with Mr. Sinclair, of course.
Did he
Should
name my
I
Magnum?
cry?
That would be nice for a change.
He named my Magnum. Okay, that's just the stuff I had in my pockets. Okay. Ah!
Hey, Lewis. You weren't awake all night because of us, were you?
What game would
I've
be
never
started
been
if
this
I beat
excited,
this with
Sonny.
a lot of time
Seriously,
remaining?
It is a great honor
We'll
to
see.
be part of the team.
Part
What
of
is
the
it?
team?
You, Lewis. You don't stutter anymore.
What?
Just now, you didn't stutter. Not even a little.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I must be exhausted. It happens sometimes.
And it's back.
So, thanks again, Lewis. You always get us
I don't
out of
believe
trouble.
him anymore.
Come on, boys. Don't even mention it. It is me who is grateful to be a part of an adventure of the chicken police.
Maybe the last one, too.
Hey, Sonny. Don't spoil his mood. He's so cute.
Pardon?
Nothing.
Oh, God. Is Lewis bad? I liked Lewis.
So, you're going now to confront Mr. Whistler?
We have no other choice, Lewis. We're gonna see it through to the end. We've already come this far.
You're brave, gentlemen. I'm honestly impressed.
Well, the rabbit's onto something.
This isn't about money. Not about courage or pride either. It's simply...
Stubbornness.
mostly, yeah.
Can I not, like,
Well,
get him to
good
confess for
luck,
faking a
guys.
stutter?
Thanks, Lewis. We could use some luck, that's for sure. Thanks,
Okay,
Louis.
nope, that's it. That's all I got out of him. Who have I unlocked? So I've unlocked everybody. Gabriel. Fleabag tried to do away with us for the 3rd time unsuccessfully, of course. I hope there's not going to be a 4th. That sounds like that means there's going to be a 4th. Albert is Ibn Wesler. The madman took his brother's place and is trying to tie up loose end. If we don't catch him now, it'll be too late. Okay.
This fog's almost impenetrable.
Strange, but somehow this time I feel it's a good omen.
Why?
Really? How come?
I don't know. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel without the light.
That's...
Oh, you're not getting ready to die, are you, old man?
Yeah.
If we're going on
Please
suicide
warn me in
mission,
advance if
I
I'm
think I should
dying
know.
here.
Why, haven't I told you yet?
You're not funny.
Okay. Old car.
Do you remember that case with the goat?
Which one?
When that demented wolf devoured the kids of a young goat mother, and in revenge, she cut open his stomach and filled it with rocks.
Do I remember? I'll never forget it. Hell, that was a slaughterhouse. As far as I know, she even took the remains of the kids with her.
I vaguely remember like an
how did
old
that come
like
to mind?
fable
This
about
was that shop. The goat mother was running it. They found the dead wolf in here.
This? This one exactly? Good gods.
Yeah, before it was closed down, when there was still some life here. Not even that now, just the void.
Yeah. Spooky place, that's for sure.
Still, I love to live here.
Weirdo.
Sonny, you're creepy.
Very good. I agree with Marty here. All right, anything else? I've already looked in the car trunk. I've already talked to Lewis until he won't talk to me anymore. I can go inside, but is there a point?
Did you forget anything, Sonny?
No, I just thought I'd take a look. Might be the last time I see
Yeah, I
it.
just want to go inside and
You
make sure I
becoming
didn't miss
sentimental?
anything. Yes,
Who
leave me alone.
knows? Maybe I am.
Oh, that's cute.
Should I say it?
I know, Sonny. I can still get out.
But
Maybe
you
I should
won't.
smack him on the
On the
head.
beak.
Thanks, pal.
Forget about it. I'd be bored to death otherwise.
I'll tell your wife you said that.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter
Oh,
here.
kiss my ass.
Very funny.
Funny, because it's true.
119 days left, Marty, and I'm out of here. As soon as I get my discharge papers, I'm leaving for the wilderness on the first flight.
Ah, you know, I envy you a little.
It's not going to be the real thing. Not on my own.
Why don't you take Natasha with you?
Huh. What are you even talking about?
She
Come
might
on,
be a
Sonny.
murderer.
Cut the act.
I already looked at everything in here. Can't imagine what looking through it all again would do.
What was the last book you read, Sonny?
Something by
Apparently it triggers new
Herringway, if
chat
I remember
options, though.
correctly.
Wow, really?
Herringway?
No.
Oh.
Like red herring way? Okay. Well, why would we go back to the weekend house? We got Hot Dog, the weekend house, Mullen's newsstand, Bubo's place. The only place we don't have is the precinct. You'd think we'd go to the precinct. That's the doctor. We don't even have the option to go to...
Well, if we
Ibben's
have
place.
anything else to ask the old beaver, this is the last chance.
Hey, don't steal my style.
Just learning from the best.
Let me give you some advice. Don't. Since when do you drive a wonder machine like that, old beaver?
Fancy car.
No, that's not mine. My son left it to me for safekeeping while he's working abroad.
The cubs still visit home often, then.
They're good kids. They come to visit me several times a year, and if they're not here, I still have you
I like
boys.
him.
Am I right?
You're fortunate indeed, Uncle Mullen.
Sure I am.
You know, if we survive this, we might need a couple of good lawyers.
You could be right about that, Marty. Who do you think will sue us first? Wessler or the PD?
Oh, it'll probably be class
My
action.
bet's on good old blood boil.
I'll take it.
Murdoch, Falcon attorneys at law.
It's still not too late for us, you know? I'll grab Laura and we'll all just get out of the city.
Wouldn't it be great?
You could finally take me to Averia like you promised.
I never promised that, but yeah, it would be great.
When did I promise
So-
that?
We're gonna get ourselves shot to pieces already, or what?
Hell yeah.
Okay, Mullins, the Chandlers, the Clawville.
Oh, look what I found.
What the hell?
Furry gods. Another chicken police story.
And one of my favorites,
Wait,
too.
Chandler's was boarded up last
Meredith
time.
outdid herself when she wrote this
Where?
one.
What? Show me.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You know, Sonny, you could read one day.
I'm
They're
pretty
not
sure
as
he
bad as you
writes
think.
them.
If it's about me and you, then I want none of it, thanks. Reality's more than enough.
Did I get it? He said he
You're
found
still
it.
mad at Meredith, aren't you?
That woman screwed us over. She was supposed to write true stories based on our real notes.
Yeah, maybe she didn't want her readers dying of boredom. Anyway, The Fly in the Soup, The Bloody New Year's Eve, and The Seventh Rule of Predation are all based on reality.
Based.
Yeah? And the other 7?
Nothing's ever good enough for you, huh, old fart?
Okay, well,
Yeah, I can already see us on the next front page.
Or maybe in the
yeah, I was
obituaries.
going to say, 2 cops shot to death.
You cranky, croaking old crow.
Okay, well,
I have a feeling if a nuclear bomb fell on the city, this place would still be standing.
Yeah, and Mullen would be there too, even if there were no one left to buy newspapers.
Oh, that's quite romantic, Sonny, honey.
Extremes are always romantic, Marty, my boy.
oh. The Color Killers, Meredith Marvel. Wait, we were the Color Killers? Did we kill the color in the city? That seems mean.
Does the name Albert mean anything to you?
I know multiple Alberts, Sonny. Which one do you mean?
Albert Wessler.
I see you're in a funny mood, Sonny
Oh boy.
I'm not joking, Mullen, but I'm surprised there's something I know and you don't.
And who is this Albert, anyway? Ibn
Close.
Wessler's hidden son, maybe?
Even better, my friend. His secret twin brother.
Oh, you've walked into trouble there.
I was hoping you could tell me something useful about him.
I can, Sonny boy. Avoid him. Avoid the whole Wessler family. Those who happen upon secrets
I mean,
that
he's
deep
not wrong.
sink without a trace.
He's telling the
Well, I
truth.
used to be a professional swimmer. Didn't you know?
You're a chicken.
No, I didn't.
I lied. What do you know about that asylum? What's it called?
Don't even.
Since there's only one of those around Clawville, I know which one you mean, Sonny. It's an ancient mansion, easily around 100 years old for sure. Or more. But what do you want to know about
It's
it
weird that
anyway?
I'm coming back to ask him
We
these things
actually
after.
just got out of there.
Because we came here right before we
That
left, and
explains
he didn't have
everything.
any of this information.
Seriously, what do you know about it?
The place is self-sufficient in theory, but in reality, the Crown maintains it. No one knows the exact reason why, but according to gossip, they used to keep someone in there. Someone who was either part of the royal family
So, like
or
the
just
man in the Iron
very
Mask,
close
huh?
to the fire. But who knows? Maybe it's just a legend.
Well, they say we're legends too, and we're standing right in front of you. Am I right?
What can I say then? This whole city is full of legends.
Do you know Dr. Quetzal?
Well, he knows the
You
insane
mean
asylum.
Professor Quetzalcoatlus? Yeah, now you laugh at this, but we went to university together.
How does aging
You
work in
did
this
what?
world?
Do I not look the type to you?
No, well, I didn't mean that.
Ouch.
I just didn't know you went to university.
I studied psychology, Sonny, only I forgot to graduate. That's when my father died.
So that's why you know the animals so well.
No, I know them well because I have a newspaper stand and I talk to hundreds of animals each day. And I listen to the
I mean,
everyday problems of
that makes
almost
sense.
all of them. There's no better lesson in animal studies.
You surprise me every time, old beaver. And what do you know about him? Can he be trusted?
No.
You're afraid he screwed you? He looks like a terribly dishonest snake, but don't let your prejudices
really?
overshadow what your wattle tells you. Quetzal's one of the kindest-hearted and most honest animals I've ever known.
That's good to know, Uncle Mullen. Or rather,
He didn't
Professor
graduate.
Mullen.
Hey, 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 don't get cocky with me, little chickie.
Rude.
What do you know about the Wessler Mansion, Uncle Mullen?
That if you're about to go there, bring a tank with you. Or two.
Dangerous,
You
you
got
mean?
one? I'll take
Dangerous. It's a fortress, so it has giant walls, watchtowers, and of course, Wessler's hired thugs are waiting for you there.
Yeah, sounds great.
It's a beautiful place, I must admit. At least you'll kick the bucket with mouths hanging open in wonder.
That's something.
Good attitude, my lad. Keep it.
All right, they said this is our
This
last time to
Albert,
visit any of these
he had
places.
to paint a picture
so
of
I'm gonna
Natasha
go to all of them.
at his brother's request.
Let me guess. He fell in love with her.
Wow,
Yeah,
he's smarter than we are.
classic, Huh? Then he killed his brother and took his place.
Yeah, well, that's a classic too. So, you're telling me who goes by Ibn Wessler is not really
I
Ibn
have been
Wessler?
saying that since they
Exactly.
said he
He's
changed
Albert,
how he
a
was
dangerous
acting.
lunatic with multiple personality disorder.
Ha ha, lads. I guess that Miss Marble's going to write another one of those novels about this.
You mean Meredith? Oh, that's just what we need.
I swear to God, it's going to turn out
Once
he's
you
Meredith.
sold your
He is going to
soul,
be
It's
Meredith.
too late to cry about it, sonny boy.
That's what I keep telling him.
Okay, so we've asked him everything. So can we say
Hey,
goodbye?
old man. Sun's not even up yet.
I guess
And
not.
you're
All
already
right.
open?
You know what's my secret, sonny
You never
boy?
close?
What?
I never close.
That clever.
How can I help you, lads? I see you're going somewhere.
Well, Sani's going to die. I'm just wrapping up a delicate case.
So, you'll be off to the Wessler residency then?
You're sharp, old beaver.
Well, me dear lads, I'm glad I got to know you.
Bye.
Hey, don't you start too.
That I'm just kidding.
All right. I can also go to the Hop Dog, right? Anywhere else? Weekend House and the Hop Dog. I thought there was another one. Okay, Bubo's place. The Weekend House, Hop Dog, Bubo's place, and back to Hotel Atlas. We already went to Hotel Atlas.
So, we're looking for more evidence?
I don't know. We're looking for
No,
anything.
I was just thinking we could take another look. You know, just in case.
Okay, sure. But
Don't even ask, Marty.
you're really becoming sentimental.
One more word and I swear I'm...
Yep, I'm gonna shut it.
We already looked at that. Unless it says
Well,
something
they
else.
couldn't even manage to scrape it off.
Well, if it's
Useless
blood.
pincushions.
They're always half-assed, Sonny. You drive me crazy.
Leave them be. Your record is perfect. You've been on the force for 15 years, almost 10 of that with me.
That's why I deserve a medal.
Get out. Wind down. Resign. Become... well, let's see. Anything.
King.
If you only knew how much I've thought about that. But I'm simply not good at anything else. Either I'm a gangster or a cop. I've got too much of a backbone to be a gangster.
Also, to be a cop, Marty.
Ouch.
You don't want to go in there just like that. It's a closed crime scene.
Oh.
I hope you're just messing with me, Marty.
Of course I'm messing with you. Let's get inside there and see how much the boys have messed up the
Okay.
place.
Really?
You know, Sonny, when we entered the room and saw the girl,
Deborah.
yeah, her body, I called you every name in the book inside my head. I just had enough, you know? I wanted to quit.
What kept you with me? Was it just curiosity?
No.
I swear, if
just
number
wanted
4
to see
comes
your
through.
downfall, boss. I wanted to be there when you met your end, get humiliated or even shot.
Rude.
Wow. Well,
I
thanks
mean,
for
he
your
is being
honesty,
honest, though,
Marty.
right?
But then everything changed on the ship.
On the ship? Why there?
I don't know. Being tied up with you, waiting for certain death. I know I lashed out at you, but in truth, I felt there was no place I'd rather be. It was my place on that fucking burning ship with you, even if we both died there. Know what I mean?
Aw, I love you too, Marty.
I think I do, Marty. I think I do.
I think it's the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
So, I guess there's nowhere to go but forward, huh?
Nothing left to do but kill a rat. As the chicken
Whoa, 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 whoa.
For the
whoa.
last time?
For the last clucking time.
Cluck count.
partner.
Swear?
I swear.
All right. Let's hit the road.
We're just gonna go kill Albert? Shadows from the past. People. Go. Move. Thank you. Marty was only playing stupid for a long time to see how mighty Santino Featherland falls down. I understand him and I deserved it. Anything new? Already looked, already looked, already looked.
Any better?
Not really.
No.
I'm curious about how they killed her. There were no injuries on her body as far as we could see.
Poison?
Well, if all goes well, we'll learn about that soon.
Or not.
Or not. Wouldn't be the first time.
Okay. I mean, everything else is the same. Right? I don't see any book I can pick up. I'm just wanting to make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, we also still have Bubo's Place and Hop Dog. Let's go to Hop Dog.
Ah, you know, Sonny, few places are as cozy as the Hop Dog at
The
dawn.
fly is gone.
You have a point.
I guess he only
The
is there at
silence,
night.
the fog, the sunshine slowly devouring the sleeping
What a
city.
weird way to put
The
that.
smell.
Yeah, the Cobbler District has its own distinctive aroma, that's for sure.
Uh-oh.
But wait, do you smell that?
Ah,
Coffee?
Seems Zip is ready with the
Wait,
first
why is he
batch of
out?
coffee.
He can't
That's
be.
waiting only for us, my friend.
Zip was at the police department. He was hiding. Old Car City, the Hive, the God of Pancakes, the Warning, and the Entrance. What? He was hiding. He was, I swear. Okay.
Well,
He's out.
He's brave indeed, or an idiot.
They're often the same, Marty. And you should
Rude.
know.
Okay.
Hello, Zip. I see they kicked you out.
You know, Sonny. They told me I could stay in there for 48 hours if I wanted.
Well, maybe you should have done that.
Yeah, why did you...
Shit, I had enough. Fuck it. You understand? When you interrogated me, you opened my eyes. I don't give a shit about him, about Wessler and his henchmen. Let them come if they want. It's not going to be easy for them. You can be sure of that.
That's the Zip we know and love.
Thanks, Marty. So, why are you here?
One last coffee before the end.
Are you going to get him?
We don't have a choice, Zip. We're grabbing the rat
So
by
they're
the
planning...
tail.
Are they planning to
No
kill him or just
screwing
arrest him?
around. No playing it nice.
Ah, I see Ibben's really got to you.
Just Sonny. I'm like this all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't really need to look at any of this. Any books?
And what do you expect will happen when you get there?
We'll die.
They'll either let us in, or we'll blow open the doors and go in guns blazing. How hard can it be?
Put Bertha
Well,
away.
I'm not sure you know what you're up against, boys, but it's your funeral. I'm just glad I got to know the legendary chicken police.
Hey, don't write us off yet.
I'm just getting ready for all possibilities, Marty. Hey, chicken coppers,
Yeah, Zip?
take care of your feathers for me, okay?
Aw, he
Will do,
cares.
Zip.
Don't worry. I'll protect this smelly old bird.
Shut up, Marty. Alright, well, I mean...
Why don't you hire a cook, Zip? Or at least a dishwasher? I know
Ouch.
just the guy. Strapping young lad, got quite a big mouth, but he's not that bad, though he does smell like chicken.
Don't you mean that Marty guy? I heard horrible things about him.
They say he names all his guns.
Well, he's a flop with chicks.
Hits first, asks later.
He's gonna shoot us both.
A real chicken shit.
Hey, I'm right here.
We know, Marty. That's why it's fun.
Yeah, blow me, both of you.
Right, well, I don't know why we came here. There's nothing here. Unless it's outside. Okay, and then we still got Bubo's, right? Bubo's place. Uh-oh, Ursula's back.
No hard feelings?
What can I say, boys? I have a big, soft heart.
You sure do, Ursula.
Would you like a nice hot cup of tea?
Aww.
No thanks, we just came to say goodbye.
Why? You going somewhere? Traveling?
No, we're just visiting a nice place.
That we don't
in the
have on the
city.
map yet.
Sonny's
Are we
gonna
ever
die.
gonna get
Shut up, Marty.
Shut
So
up,
it's
Marty.
a case. Well, be careful, boys. And I'm sorry I snapped at you the last time.
It wasn't
You
our
don't
fault
need to
your
say that, Ursula.
boyfriend
We
is
deserved it.
pissed.
You're a good boy, Sonny. And Marty's a downright saint.
Oh, come on, Ursula, stop that.
Okay, so we just got something. All is right in the world again. Ursula's back, and Bubo's still a grumpy, insufferable owl. Balance of the universe is restored. Love is a murderous beast. Literally, I guess?
How is the old owl?
He's old and grumpy, but he's always like that.
Wait a minute. Isn't he supposed to sleep now?
He is. I mean, Reginald's never truly asleep. Not entirely. He just shuts down.
Even now?
Yes.
I gotta see that.
Hey, Bubo.
Hello, old man.
The one eye.
Is he asleep?
But his eyes are open.
Bubo!
Hey, what is it? I wasn't sleeping.
You were something.
What the hell are you doing here, chickens?
Sonny wanted to say hi before he suffers an unpleasant death of lead
Okay,
poisoning
Marty,
later
could you
tonight.
stop telling people
Would you
that?
shut the clock up, Marty?
Clock
You're not
counter.
funny.
I am a little bit.
You're going to Wessler's, huh?
Bingo. We're gonna put an end to this madness.
Ooh. Or you're stirring up an even bigger madness, am I right?
Well, that's always a possibility.
Get yourself killed for all I care, but don't come here covered in blood, because I'm not gonna open the door for you, I swear.
Sure you
Oh,
aren't.
Thanks for the support, old fart.
Don't mention it, you old gizzard.
Well, alrighty then. Alright. Where can we go? We've done Bubo's. We can go to Hotel Atlas. But okay.
You
What
know,
am I doing
pulling
here?
the trigger was the toughest decision of my life.
You mean shooting
You
me?
mean when you shot me?
Yeah,
But it wasn't hard, because you thought you'd kill me.
not at all, Sonny. I knew you'd survive. I wanted it to be a permanent injury
Cluck
and
count.
hurt like clucking hell. But I knew that everything would change from then on.
That something was gonna break between us?
Yeah, and that I was never gonna be the same either. With that shot, I also gunned down who I was, you
Deep.
know?
It really did hurt like hell.
I know.
I almost bled to death.
Almost was the goal.
And? Did you manage to forgive me since then?
Well, what hurt me wasn't what you did. I mean, of course it did, but what hurt the most was you not trusting me. That you didn't believe me.
Not until you pulled the trigger. At that moment, I knew you were right. Ah, cluck.
Cluck count.
Yeah. Cluck.
Cluck count.
All right, enough sentimental crap. We have an insane rat waiting to be put behind bars, and a woman you gotta get.
What?
Come on, Sonny. Even a blind bat can see it.
She's a cat.
Oh, well. Clock again.
Clock count.
Yep.
Okay. I'd be nowhere without you, partner, or most likely on the bottom of the river times. How do we... Am I missing the weekend house? We've already been there. We've already been there. We've already been there. How do we get there? Am I missing something here?
Albert was madly identical twins. And looking at it...
Okay. How do we get to the place, the Westlers? Is there something I'm missing? I'm guessing this is the Westler residence. We can't go there because I don't know how to get there.
Nautica.
Okay, I'm gonna have to Google that. Sorry. BRB. Don't tell me I missed it in his room. Please don't tell me I missed it in his room. I don't know how to find... How do I get the address of the Westler residence? I don't know how to get there.
You didn't have the chance to tell me what happened to your brother.
He left Clawville, and I haven't talked to him since.
Oh.
Is he gonna tell me, or am I gonna have like a chance to like piece it together?
I received an unexpected letter 2 weeks ago from the Sura province. Someone dropped it off at my door.
Was it him?
He wrote the letter, that's for sure. I could smell the jungle when I opened it. But whether he was the one who delivered it, I don't know.
Have you tried to find him?
He'll find me if he wants to, Sonny. I know he's not guilty.
Did I frame his brother or something?
But he's still wanted in Clawville, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry for playing a part in all of this.
I know, Sonny. The past is the past.
You know, you've truly changed, Marty. You tried to hide it, but you've changed.
Thanks, boss.
Just, don't call me boss, okay? We're partners.
I'm just getting information on him. How do I find the Westler residence? Hey, Lewis, you got an address? Lewis? I don't think he's answering. Yeah, he's not answering. Okay. Alright. Can we go outside? Okay. Oh, okay.
So, what do you think, now that it's clearer?
I guess I can question him
Marty,
outside?
But I believe Natasha didn't mean to be bad. Not intentionally, at least.
She was
I'm
just
not
drawn
as sure
that
of that
way.
as you are, boss. But we'll
What is that?
find
Is that from
out pretty
Roger
soon,
Rabbit?
I guess.
I'm
I
not
think
bad, I'm just
Natasha
drawn
was
that
very
way.
much aware that wherever she goes, disaster follows her. But it's not her fault, and she can't do anything about it. There are people like that.
Really? You don't say. Someone remarkably similar came to mind right now.
You
I
mean
couldn't
me,
imagine.
right?
Who can even read minds?
Maybe you're right, Marty. Maybe you're right.
I just realized.
That was
Ibn
Albert.
at
Yes.
the Tsar Club.
Yes, Marty. Albert's been Ibn for a long time now. Do you remember what Natasha said about him?
Which part?
That he's been acting strange recently.
Wait, does she not know?
Exactly. Like, he's not himself anymore.
It was almost hitting us in the face, huh?
Oh, I
Don't
thought
blame
she was like
yourself,
behind
Marty.
it.
We
She
couldn't
didn't
have
know.
figured that out just by ourselves. The whole story's too twisted for that.
Well,
I
it's
figured
how
it
we
out.
make our living, Sonny. And I'm sure we'll have plenty more twisted cases to come.
Who knows, Marty?
He's got
It's not up
119
to
days
us.
left. I don't think he's getting
It's
more
mostly
twisted
not
cases.
Up to us, in fact.
Yeah, right. Do you think the asylum was in on it? I mean, covering up Albert's disappearance?
They said the
You know that reptiles give me the creeps. One of them even set fire to that
doctor was
ship.
honest.
But oddly enough, the doctor seemed honest to me.
He seemed like a patient to me. Seriously, I thought everyone was crazy in that place.
Yeah. Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process, he doesn't become a monster.
Are you still talking about the doctor?
Good question.
Marty's getting awful deep here.
So, what's the plan? We shove the letter and our theory in his face
Do
and
we
see what
have his
happens?
address? Can we just go
Something
there?
like that, Marty. I think our presence will be enough for the truth to come out.
I really hope you're right, Boss Bird.
We have no other choice. So I hope so, too.
Do you think it's a love triangle? I mean, could Natasha love
She might think they're the
Albert as
same
well?
person. We
Good
don't
question,
know.
Marty. But I don't think so. When I first spoke to Natasha, she told me
Well,
she
she's
loved
gonna be a little
him
upset to find
in
out
her
he's been
own
eaten
way.
by rats, or
In
not
her
rats,
own way,
bugs.
huh? And could she love 2 rats in her own way?
Maybe. Maybe she even suspected the truth, but didn't dare admit it, even to herself.
New location. There we go. Finally. Okay. Ah, the Westler Residency. There it is. What do we have in here? We got a codex. I'm guessing the place. Yep. Fancy mansion somewhere at the end of the world. You just have to own one if you are a billionaire gangster, huh? All right, let's go there. Wait, no, not the car trunk. All right, let's just leave.
The sun was shining, and all the ducks were in a row.
Figuratively or literally?
I felt ready. The pieces of the grand puzzle were laid out on the table. I just needed to piece them all together.
Well, we still haven't established her
A
past.
revealing glance or a careless word, and I'd have the answer. I knew we were in the right place. I knew it was nearly over.
Our car has looked better.
Was Natasha really just a victim? Or did she know everything? Was she controlling the puppets from behind the curtain? Well, if you don't know where to go, go straight ahead.
Unless the road curves left, then try
What
to
could
follow the
possibly
road.
go wrong?
Everything. Literally everything.
Here I am, Natasha. I hope you're waiting for me.
Why?
Furry gods. I knew he was rich, but wow.
Maybe he's royalty.
Half the city is in his hands, Marty. And half the Council of 12.
Basically royalty.
I
sounds
think
like.
we'll catch a big fish today.
Don't count your chickens. I'm sure Wessler's expecting us. And Natasha,
Yes,
too,
but is
I
he
hope.
as smart as
You
Ibn, or
hope?
just
If I'm
crafty?
right, she could be our only chance of survival.
Lovely prospects, huh?
Not really.
I've had worse.
Really?
We've got a tower, a fancy car, an entrance, a mansion, and a rat night.
Oh, this place has its own greenhouse.
Green
What do you
things.
think's inside?
100%
Also, I'm-
humidity and unbearable
I'm
heat.
pointing out there's actual
Not like
color.
that. Could they be growing
There's
rarities
green
in there?
and red.
Or maybe some chicken-eating giant flower monster.
That would be
What?
hilarious. I'd like to see that.
Oh, you just made that up, right? Nah, I'm sure there's no such thing.
Mm-hmm. It sounded like he was a little sure there was.
Huh, one of Wessler's ancestors, maybe.
Wessler's ancestors were poor cobblers. More likely, this represents what he thinks of himself.
I
Probably.
wonder how chivalry is compatible with organized crime.
The color makes you
Ibn
uncomfortable.
was planning to leave the underworld.
When his twin brother tore out his tongue, poked out his eye, killed him, and took his place?
Yeah.
Or maybe Ibn was the one that wasn't planning on it? And his brother was?
Quite the steed, isn't it?
Seems nowadays organized crime pays well.
I think that's
in
always
Clawfield.
been the thing. The history
Are you
has
surprised?
always been
The chicken police retired.
Well, they say the team's back together again.
organized crime pays
Nah,
well.
that's
why
impossible.
it still exists.
Oh, yeah. It's true.
What the hell is it? Water tower? Turret? A frickin' lighthouse?
I think it's a monument to an enormous ego.
So an
Marty.
obelisk.
Well, anyone who builds a tower this big must be trying to compensate for something.
Or he just has too much dough.
Is this a mansion? Or a grand palace?
Or a small city.
All
Well,
of them.
if it comes to hide and seek, Old Westler will have an advantage.
A serious advantage.
You don't know. Marty's got, a good nose. He could sniff him out. So the greenhouse, rat night mansion, tower and fancy car, and then I have the entrance.
Hey,
Oh, God.
not so fast, chickens. Please excuse my partner. We didn't mean to be rude. It's just his terrible habits.
Yeah, like shooting
As
at
you
us.
already know.
Are we in danger? Can I look?
Look who's here.
That's
What
not
a
shocking.
surprise! Our biggest fans.
What do you think? Should we give them our autographs?
Ah, look what the cat dragged in.
Funny, I don't recognize them.
Well, maybe if they had some guns with them? Tommy guns?
Oh, yeah. Now I remember. The two suckers in the luxury van you shot to pieces. Twice.
Exactly.
What are you doing here, chickens? Would you like us to finish what we started?
We'd love to have fun with you boys, but we need to talk to your boss. And while we're at it, the lady
Are they
of the
actually gonna get
house
away
is
with that?
also expecting us.
Is that so?
Yeah, that's so horny.
In that case, I guess there's no reason for us to waste your precious time. Is that right, Gabriel? Get the hell out of our sights while there are still feathers on your skin, chickens.
Easy, pal. We're not even here anymore. Until next time, boys.
Bye-bye. Anything else I can look at here? Guess not.
This must lead
Oh,
to
boy.
Whistler and Natasha's suite.
Well, let's get the big guns out and kick
I
the
see
door
Olivia.
down.
No need for that, Marty. We'll wait until they invite us in, like real gentlemen. Then maybe we'll need the guns. But I hope it won't come to that.
Oh, my trigger finger's itching, Sonny. Someone's gotta pay.
Relax, Marty.
Well, first we gotta figure out
Someone
who
is gonna
killed,
pay.
Deb.
Tonight.
Yeah, just don't let it be us.
Okay. We got walls, Olivia, architecture, and then the stairs.
It's like the vegetation's trying to suffocate these beautiful walls.
Maybe it will. Maybe in 100 years, nothing will be here but plants. An endless planet-sized
life
jungle.
finds a way.
That's quite a dark thought.
Yeah, it
Dark?
is.
Comforting. Means nothing's permanent.
This place is incredible, but it kind of gives
Well, it
me
was
the
paid
creeps.
for with blood money, so it
Because
makes
you
sense.
know what
Yeah.
lies behind the beauty.
With Natasha, too?
I haven't decided yet.
The stairs is the exit. I'm trying my darndest to find a book, but I don't see any. All right, Olivia, what you got?
Huh. I wasn't expecting to see Olivia here.
She's real close to Whistler. But how much does she know?
Does she know it's not Ibn?
Much more than me, I guess.
That wouldn't be hard.
I thought you guys had turned the corner and loved each other.
Ah, what a pleasant surprise. Hello, Olivia. Sweetie.
Get lost.
What did you say, ma'am?
Turn around and get the hell out of here now, if you want to make it out with feathers intact.
Come on, Olivia. Don't worry about us.
No, we don't. We have no
know
idea what we're doing.
Martin,
Huh?
don't you get it?
You have to get out of here or you'll be in danger, and also her.
Do you mean Natasha? Please calm down, miss. We have to talk to Mr. Wessler and Miss Katsenko.
You really don't understand, do you?
Oh, shit.
What do they not understand, Olivia? So, what is it exactly that our guests don't understand?
I was trying to tell the detectives that Mr. Wessler's very tired and doesn't welcome guests this early. He gets rather irate if he's being disturbed at this hour.
That's not it.
I'm sure Mr. Featherland and Mr. McChicken can wait here while Ibn refreshes himself. I'll entertain them until then.
Thank you, Miss, Katsenko.
Please, Sonny. I thought we've already discussed
Yeah, but now that I know that's not your real name.
Natasha.
Please, Natasha, can we talk to you in private?
Martin?
It's all right, Olivia. These gentlemen are my friends.
Yes, Miss Katsenko.
Okay.
I tried to warn you.
Thanks, Olivia?
Okay.
The truth is, Ibn isn't really in a good shape today, gentlemen. He's rather furious. Are you sure this can't wait?
You commissioned us, Natasha, and we barely escaped with our combs intact.
So you know who left the threats?
Yeah.
Oh, we know much more than that,
Do we know who
Natasha.
left the threats?
We even know where you used to work. We talked to Madame Zavas.
Wild gods.
Why didn't you tell us?
Do you think it's easy for a woman to talk about such things that she
How
used
about
to
talk
be
about Deborah being dead? How about we talk about
Along
that?
with Molly?
So you know.
Yeah, I know, Natasha. I also know all of this was a trap.
Believe me, I tried to handle things the least painfully I could. You weren't even supposed to know.
A lot shouldn't have happened. Poor Deborah shouldn't have had to die.
Dear sweet Deborah.
Cold, stiff Deborah.
Please don't say that.
She's dead.
Price
I mean,
worth paying?
You cannot think I had anything to do with that. You just cannot.
I don't
why
know,
not?
Natasha.
Please, Sonny, tell me.
You gotta tell us what you know.
on.
You have to know, right?
Please.
Excuse me for making you wait, detectives. I'm having a rough morning after a long night.
Is that so? Our night was also kinda long.
To put it mildly.
I was just telling the gentlemen that you were exhausted, my dear, and they should come back another time. I'll escort them out.
Oh, honey, no need for that. My door's always open to the legendary chicken police. Please, come on in,
Trap,
guys.
trap, trap,
Let's
trap.
talk in my room.
Then this way, please.
You just stay here, my darling. I'm sure our conversation will bore you to death. Please, go and
He knows
refresh
that we
yourself,
know
or,
then.
tell Olivia to go make some coffee.
Yes, dear.
Or he knows that she doesn't
Whatever
know.
you like.
Or he's gonna try to kill us. Or all
Please,
of the above.
follow me, gents.
Lead on, Wessler. So long, sweetheart.
Goodbye.
See you in the funny pages. This sounds scary. Ooh. Farewell from Fowls.
Yeah, would you like a drink? This is a rather rare brandy. It lifts the spirits, if I may be so, poetic.
Really? Tempting, but I need
Also,
to keep a
isn't it
clear
like
head,
6 in the
Mr.
morning?
Wessler.
Yeah, I've heard you don't despise a good vintage.
Jeez, I'm carrying
and I've
around
heard you don't
a whiskey.
despise murder, Wessler. By the way, you've heard right. But everything has its place and time. Drinks, guns, dead bodies, and the truth.
What is the
Yeah,
best place and time
I
for a
see
dead
you're in a
body? I
poetic
just want to
mood as
know.
well.
More like prophetic.
And that's not a good sign.
Yeah. Are you trying to intimidate me?
Just give us a
No,
minute.
that's not how we do business. We're gentlemen.
I really hope so.
Do you keep a revolver in your bedroom?
Obviously he
Yeah,
does.
A bad habit. One who has a lot to lose has a lot to fear.
I agree.
Okay, pricey bed, the painting. I'm guessing he drew that. Windows.
Impressive bed. Looks cozy.
Sure is better than a cell.
Ouch.
That's right, Marty.
Like at an
I'm not
insane
sure I
asylum?
understand, gentlemen.
We'll see about that. This estate is rather impressive, Mr. Wessler.
Well, thank you.
I suppose it took years and years of cumbersome work to build it.
Yeah. As you say, Mr. Featherland, I'm rather proud of it.
You should be. Whoever built this place has a reason to be proud of himself.
But we don't think it's
Are you
you.
trying to say something, sir?
No, just thinking aloud.
This painting.
It's beautiful and rather provocative. Almost makes my comb stand up.
I'm not surprised.
But the corner
already
is missing.
Oh,
You're right,
found it.
Sonny. You're quite the observer.
Well, yeah, this painting's unfortunately damaged. I don't know where the missing piece could be.
You don't know? Well, if you're interested, we
In my
know
pocket.
exactly where it is.
So is the red smudge his
Really?
signature?
It's here with us.
An insignificant little piece, isn't it? But there's an exciting cat scratch on it.
More like a rat scratch, because it's a monogram.
A.W.
That's
Albert Wessler. He's a great painter. I don't know if you've heard of him.
We're
Enough.
gonna get
Stop it
shot.
already.
We're gonna
what
get
are you
shot.
trying to say? I have no time for your childish charades.
Easy, Wessler. We'll get to that in a bit.
Should I put the piece
It's
here?
unbelievable how much trouble one single painting can make.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean, detective.
I'll make it clear for you soon enough. Be patient, Mr. Wessler.
Even my patience has its limits, you know.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got 3 clues for 3 people. We got Olivia, tried to shoo us out, but she seemed to be worried about our lives. Albert. Dangerous lunatic. And Natasha. Tried to send us away. Was she worried about us, or does she have a different motive? Well, I think it's time we start talking to you.
Interesting. Now that I know who he really is, he doesn't even resemble Ibn Wessler.
That's what they all say.
So, what do you want to know? I've heard you've been through a rather eventful few days.
Oh, you have rather good informants.
Yeah, that's true. I should tell you, I see and hear everything.
So do you hear
that happens
everything
in
that
the
happens
city.
outside city
And
limits?
you,
Because we did visit a
you
place outside city
are
limits.
exceptionally resilient. No offense.
None taken. But tell me, are we going to flatter each other for a long time, or are we finally done with the courting?
Straight to the point. I like it. Yeah, so let's continue like that, shall we? What do you want? How dare you intrude upon me in my own house?
Oh, forgive us. Our moral compass has been confused a little bit after someone tried to kill us several times in the last 48 hours. With fire, with machine guns. I could go on.
Yeah.
And while we're at it, you could answer some of our questions. If you've nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear.
And then we'll just leave you alone.
All right. I'll go along with your childish little game. I would have had a long and tedious day ahead of me anyway. So, can we start?
With pleasure, Mr. Wessler.
Questioning or jumping straight to interrogation? It's questioning. Yay.
I have no idea what she sees in you, but Natasha's been seriously worried about you.
Yeah, she, really worries more than usual, but it's understandable. Those disgusting messages.
Disgusting, all right. Do you know why that word exactly? Why did they write that specific word everywhere?
Since you've been to the Nile, I guess you know the answer to your question.
Didn't it bother you, Wessler? What Natasha used to do?
Have we
Surely it must have
confirmed
upset
who
you.
wrote the message?
Why? Did
You
it
killed
upset you
Deborah?
when you discovered your
I would
wife did
assume
the
he
same
killed
thing?
Deborah, but I don't know.
What did you
Maybe
just
Natasha
say?
did.
What did you think, chicken? That I didn't know? Yeah, don't make me laugh. I know about everyone who
We're
ever
gonna
set foot in that
start a
place.
fight.
I can even tell you who Molly's regulars were, if you're interested.
You son of a bitch.
Sonny, don't.
Yes, detective?
Is he gonna pop?
Not yet.
You're right, Marty. It's not worth it.
You're funny, you know that?
About the painting.
Yeah. My brother Albert made it. He's a great talent, but, still, he's a rather troubled individual.
Such self-criticism.
What did you say?
Nothing.
My partner means that you and your brother are very much alike. Identical twins, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed. But, what does that have to do with the painting?
We'll get to that. Don't worry, Mr. Wessler. So Albert made the painting at your request.
One from
Is
the
that
front
right?
and one from the back.
And the one that's in Natasha's
So it's
room
kind of like
in the
a
Czar,
flip side
too.
of them.
Yeah, exactly. Is that a crime?
No, but it's a little trippy.
No, it's not a crime in itself. This picture, it's rather strange, you know?
Why do you think so? It's just me, Natasha, and my brother.
The photo doesn't tell much in itself, yes. But if you already have the right information, suddenly it starts to talk.
Really?
He fell in love with her, didn't he?
Who'd you mean?
Albert, of course. He fell in love with Natasha. All those sessions while he was painting the pictures. Were you there every time?
You mean, me?
You.
No, I mean, while Albert was painting, yeah, but I wasn't there all the time. Albert was there, all along.
And do you think he could have fallen in love with Natasha? That's why he escaped? What do you think happened to him? Who tore out his tongue?
You're waiting for him to slip up.
I have no idea.
Did Natasha know about what happened to your brother?
No, of course not.
Do you love beautiful things, Wessler?
Why do you ask that? Yeah, of course.
You were afraid of losing her, weren't you? To him.
Stop. Enough. If you want to ask
Okay, so
something,
now we've got
ask clearly.
interrogate.
Don't play with me. You understand?
We're just doing our job.
Then do it clearly. And quickly. Yeah, I'm really starting to lose my patience.
The way he says, I really just hear, what's up, Doc?
We visited Albert's cell and found something he seems to have forgotten to take with him in his great hurry.
That's a big mistake.
A classic, even.
What the hell are you babbling about?
This is Albert Wessler's love letter to Natasha.
More like a confession.
In which he tells her he's capable of doing anything for her.
Oh boy.
Even the most horrible things.
Yeah, this letter doesn't prove anything at all. Albert is mad. Insane. He's not, normal. No one would believe his word, don't you understand?
But they believe yours, right? Because you're not Albert Wessler. You're Hobart Ibn Wessler, aren't you? How good it feels to be in his skin.
How dare you?
Just tell him, Sonny. I'm getting tired of this.
You're just a cheap fake, Albert. You couldn't follow in your brother's footsteps even if you wanted to. No matter how hard you tried, you couldn't get Natasha either. Am I right?
What? What did you just say?
She hates you, doesn't she? She doesn't know. She doesn't understand why. But she hates you. It's instinctive.
Yeah, what do you know? What could you possibly know about suffering?
Oh God, is Natasha gonna shoot
loneliness
him?
and the darkness?
Like, what if she's been
What
listening?
could you know about hate? Huh?
Interrogation. Let's see how many tries it takes me to get this one right. Well, never mind.
Albert is an imposter. He's not who he says he is, and might not even know who he really is. I have to concentrate on this first, to soften him up.
So this
and
is
to
an
avoid us
interrogation
being
where
shot
if I
in
do
the
it wrong,
gizzard,
we
of
die.
course.
That kind of ups the ante.
What were you thinking, Albert? How long did you think you could keep it up?
Until the end of my life, if needs. Yeah, I cared about nothing except for her to love me. Not for who Ibn was, but for who I am.
Why did you think that would happen? Everybody noticed the change.
Yeah, I knew it would be hard, Santino. But I also knew animals see what they want to see. I didn't have to behave like Ibn. They only had to believe I'm him.
Imposter and manipulator.
Why did you decide to take your brother's place?
It tells me to soften him up. I don't really want to call him dirty.
From the moment I laid eyes on Natasha for the first time. But I had to convince myself that this was the only way.
You've never talked about your feelings for Natasha with your brother, am I right?
Are you insane? Yeah, Ibn would have had me killed immediately. And no one would ever know.
So instead, you've done the same thing, haven't you? What a comfortable excuse.
How did that happen?
Do you think all of this was just some kind of cruel game for me? I had to destroy the person I loved and respected the most.
Cry me a river.
Yeah, you know, there's only a thin, fragile membrane between love and hate. If anything touches it, it tears immediately. You felt like this before, haven't you? Yeah, I can see it in your eyes.
You can analyze me until the sun goes down, Wessler. But you won't get far with that.
Yeah, evasive answer. So I'm right.
Imposter, manipulator, and cruel.
Why did you have to mutilate Ibn?
Don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me.
Why didn't you just kill him immediately?
That's an interesting question, you see, but the answer is exceptionally simple.
You wanted to try to keep him alive?
No matter how strange it is for you to understand, I loved my brother.
Weird way of showing your love, Albert.
You can't understand that. He was my everything, the only one who was close to me. Until I met Natasha.
She took your brother's place pretty quickly, didn't she? There's not much room in your heart, as I see it.
Yeah, you're understanding the situation, Detective, but you know, very well it's not that simple. Ibn was my brother. I loved him despite all of his flaws and foul, petty lies. And that's why I couldn't kill him.
But then you did.
Not immediately, you mean?
Yeah, you did kill him.
Unfortunately, tearing out his tongue wasn't enough. Yeah, I must admit I've underestimated him.
And poking out his eye?
Oh, that was just an accident, Mr. Featherland.
Just an accident? You're a dirty, fucking son of a vermin, Albert.
Please, don't be vulgar, Sonny. It's too dangerous in your current situation, and doesn't even suit you.
Imposter, manipulator, and cruel. I don't know. I feel like any of these are gonna get me shot.
So you feel you're two people at the same time, even now?
Does it sound crazy? Maybe it is. But Ibn lives inside me. Sometimes he's even stronger than Albert ever was.
Do you think you can avoid the gas chamber with this, Albert?
I don't have to avoid anything, Sonny. You and your friend, will never leave this place.
I mean, what did we think was going to happen? We didn't even tell anybody we were going here. Not anybody on the cop force, anyway.
Yeah, do you think so? Try me, Detective.
That was your plan. Take his place and live happily ever after.
Possible.
Isn't it good enough of a plan, Mr. Featherland? It was perfect. Even in its imperfection.
His hand is shaking.
Ibn's ghost.
His what?
Please don't take it literally, Mr. Chicken. I'm not talking about, spirits. When Ibn died, I didn't just take his place, but also his role. He himself, his essence, if you will. Yeah, though I guess that's too much for you to understand.
Yeah, it's a little confusing for me.
Ibn's here with us even
that dirty
now?
rat.
He was here all along. Don't you get it? I am Hobart Ibn Wessler.
I must get serious, because looking at the gun in Wessler's trembling hand, I'm afraid I don't have much time. Albert is a cruel psychopath, but maybe I can turn that cruelty against him.
Okay.
When was the moment you decided to kill him, Albert?
When I drew the last stroke on that fatal painting, Mr. Featherland. When I glanced at it for the last time, and then at Natasha, who was shivering under the weight of my gaze.
You simply fell in love with her? End of story?
Not in the slightest, Mr. Featherland. Love is, just chemistry.
What,
What
jealousy?
I felt was more than that.
Everybody thinks that, Albert. But we all feel the same. We're just fools.
No, Mr. Featherland. Not at all. At that moment, I knew what I was gonna do. I knew that the world was coming to an end if I didn't do it. It implodes on itself and ceases to exist. I couldn't let that happen. I couldn't.
Let him have her, right? You simply wanted her for yourself.
Okay, maybe don't piss off
I
the
wanted her for
psychopath
ourselves,
with the gun on
Sonny.
you.
I was him by then. He just didn't know it yet.
Imposter, cruel, manipulator, wounded. I feel like any of these are going to get me shot.
You enjoyed leading everyone by the nose, didn't you?
Do you think this was just some megalomaniac power play on my part? Some kind of race with myself? Not in the slightest.
Don't expect me to feel sorry for you.
On the contrary, Sonny. Your kind can't even comprehend what I've been through. That way, you can't understand the reasons behind my decisions either.
Okay.
You know what? Maybe it's better this way. I'll sleep better, that's for sure.
If you're going to sleep, that will be your big sleep, chicken.
Are you so sure about that, Wessler? If you loved Natasha
Well, it's
so
still letting me
much,
question him.
how could you lie to her all along?
My score is
We
going to be
lie the most
abysmal.
to those we
It's going to
truly
be like
love,
20%.
Santino. Isn't that right?
It shouldn't be that way.
You mean your wife, don't you? See? That's how it goes. We lie because we don't want to cause even more hurt.
What you did, Wessler, is nothing like Molly or me. What you did was out of simple selfishness and cowardice.
Watch what you're spitting out that dirty beak of yours, Santino.
I'm not afraid of you, Wessler. You'd better get that into your small
I'm gonna get shot.
little
I'm
rat
getting shot.
brain.
Classic mistake, Mr. Featherland.
I'm very close to breaking him. But if I'm too hard on him, I could quickly be signing my death warrant. It's time to dig a little bit deeper and uncover Wessler's wounds. If you still had a spine, you'd put that gun to your own head.
Yeah, you think I wouldn't dare do it? That I don't want to do it? Every damn morning? Why do you think I keep a revolver in my nightstand? Because I'm afraid someone would shoot me? Yeah, there's only one
We're
I
playing
fear, and
chicken
that's myself,
with a split
Mr.
personality.
Detective.
I don't see it that way, Albert. You're afraid of everything. Even yourself, yes. But mostly of Natasha, of life, of the lie you've built. And yes, even me.
Maybe so. Maybe I am afraid of you because you could easily ruin what I've built at the cost of lives with your ridiculous charade and your bumbling idiocy.
So, why don't you pull the trigger and put an end to it, Albert? Are you afraid to?
You've been a dead rooster for a long time, Santino. You just haven't realized yet that the bullet's already in your stomach and your blood's already gone cold on the floor.
So dramatic. Maybe it's not too late, Albert. Tell her the truth and end this.
No. You can't understand this. She can't either. I killed Ibn, but he also killed me, can't you see? We're nothing without each other.
You can't be two people at the same time, Albert. Nobody can bear the weight of the sins of two souls.
He killed you by putting you in the insane asylum? You said you loved him.
Ibn was crazy about her. I've been crazy for a long time. Ibn idolized her, and I hated her. And if there's anything more blind, more devoted, more extreme, and more true than love, It could only be hate, Mr. Featherland.
What?
It's an endlessly exciting,
I'm so lost.
thrilling, and
So you
warm
hate
feeling,
Natasha.
and infinitely red. Just like love.
You know you're not going to be able to go through with it, right? That you won't be able to carry the weight. But you still did it. Why?
Yeah, if I didn't kill him and become one with him, Albert would have died, Mr. Featherland.
And the threats? Which one of you was that?
Oh,
Albert or Ibn?
okay, so it was
Who wrote
him.
them?
Okay.
And which one of you killed Deborah?
In my world, Ibn and I are inseparable. Just like love and hate are one and the same. And I hate Natasha so much that I could destroy myself along with her, just so she would die with me. Are you familiar with this feeling, Mr. Featherland?
I hope
More
not.
than life itself.
You see? We're not so different after all.
You and I have nothing in common, Wessler. You know why?
Why, Mr. Featherland?
Because if I were in your shoes, I would have pulled the trigger a long time ago.
Goodbye, Sonny.
So long, Albert.
Ooh, that was bad. That was bad, 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 bad. I just... Wow, that was bad. Marty's got all these guns. Where's Marty? Let me guess. Was it Natasha? Yep.
So, you heard everything?
Duh.
I heard everything.
I'm sorry you had to find out like this.
And thank you. If it weren't for you...
Yes, both of you would be dead, I know. But believe me, I still thought carefully before firing.
I lived, yay!
About who to target?
You know, I truly loved Ibn.
Well, I
But
hate
this
to
man
tell you,
wasn't
but
him.
he's been
You
skeletonized
felt
by
it,
giant
didn't you?
humanoid bugs.
Maybe I even knew it. I don't know. But I still can't believe it.
It won't be easy to process for any of us.
I'm sorry I dragged you into this. And regarding Molly,
The cops. But how? How do they know?
I have no idea, Marty.
do not look at me. I did not call them.
Zip?
Olivia?
Don't worry,
Olivia?
Natasha. They won't lay a finger on you.
Or is it
I promise.
somebody is
Please,
undercover?
Sonny, you don't need to worry about me.
I don't want to be rude, Sonny, but I'm more worried about us than her. Hello, boss.
Oh boy.
Hello, boys.
Before you say anything, we can explain.
No need for that, Santino. Monica already told me everything.
Monica?
Hey, boys. What were you thinking? That I would just let you get killed without saying goodbye?
Thanks, Mon. Should we say we owe you one?
You know already, boys. Shoes are my weakness.
You got it.
Hey,
Big
mine
expensive
too.
ones.
Of all that's furry, we don't want to hear that.
Oh God, Marty,
And
no.
boys,
Different way, different
yes,
way,
boss.
guys.
don't believe you'll get away with it so easily. I want a report on my desk from both of you with all the details. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. It'll all make sense, believe us. Right after I figure out myself what the hell just happened.
What Marty's trying to tell you is that we had good reason to investigate outside the law. But we're sorry.
What happened to you, Sonny? You're sorry? Did you hit your head?
Why does everybody keep asking that?
Why indeed?
So can we go now, boss? Without getting handcuffed?
Don't give me ideas, Santino.
Thanks, boss.
Ooh, complete chapter 4. Sweet. Are there really any more clues? We figured everything out. Is it really over? Please let it be over. In the end, she pulled the trigger and saved us. Monica saved us. Wester's goons would have riddled us with bullets if not, like it said there. The old man's small, hairy heart softened, and all it took was the downfall of a gangster empire. Okie dokie.
So, what now?
Probably jail,
Where
at
to
least for a little bit.
I think I should mourn, right?
You should.
But I don't know what to feel anymore, Sonny.
I understand.
This is a weird episode of Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Yes, yes, it
need
is.
Anything,
I did beat the game, yes. I am going to watch all the way through the credit because there's supposed to be a bunch of cutscenes.
Sweetheart.
Or at least
Goodbye,
two.
detectives.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Thanks again, Mon. If not for you, those fur heads would have put holes in us.
No wonder, since you put holes in their boss.
Well, actually, that wasn't us.
Then who was it?
Natasha.
Really? I wouldn't have thought it of her. It's a pleasant surprise.
It was for us too, believe me.
He was about to kill us.
What? Are you waiting for me to change my mind?
No, sir.
Then stop pecking around here.
Yes, sir.
You got it. Oh, God, you.
How the hell did you find your way here, Tim? Always
He's got
where
his
the trouble
contacts.
Sometimes I think you're the criminal mastermind behind all the dark dealings in this
Marty
city.
found the truth.
I wish.
I wish too, because then we could legally throw you in jail.
I love your sense of humor, Sonny.
I wasn't joking.
Oh.
So, where did you get the scoop?
Probably Zip.
Are you kidding me? The whole city's talking about you. You've left quite the mess
We
behind.
told Zip we were coming
That
here.
I admit.
And we already know
It's a
Tim and
miracle
Zipper.
that all of the city's smear sheet journalists aren't here already. Oh, while we're at it, will you give me an exclusive interview?
Clock off, Tim.
Cut count.
Hey!
I don't think we're going to quite make 69. What else can we do? Oh, Philmar.
You? What are you doing here?
I was just driving around. You know.
Trying to feed your grandpa? So? Was it a case? Were you, maybe investigating us?
What can I say, Sonny? Am I busted?
Did someone hire you to follow us?
I just had to keep an eye on you and not get involved. That's all. I admit there were a couple of crazy
Who
situations.
hired you?
It was hard not to.
But you managed somehow, right?
A professional's a professional, my friend.
Was it Laura?
Yeah, thanks. So you won't tell us who hired you, whatever we do?
Unfortunately, I can't, my friend. I made a promise.
You and your promises.
Some people still take them seriously.
You're a real piece of guano. You know that?
Of course. I've learned everything from you, you old fart.
Okay. I already said goodbye to Natasha. I've already talked to them.
Hey, Olivia.
Did you call the cops?
Marty?
I just, wanted to thank you
For what exactly?
for trying to save us.
I didn't do it only for you, believe me. I loved my job while I had it. Now my employee is dead, so I don't have a job anymore.
I didn't even think of that.
Of course you didn't.
Can I do anything to help?
I think I'll manage. I always do.
You're a good boy, Bosco.
Good
nice
boy.
work.
Really?
You know, folks, somebody's gotta take care of the real police work while you're tearing up the city.
Sorry for the mess, Bosco, but
Yeah.
you know us.
That's how we roll.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do.
How did you catch them? After the gunshot, I was sure these two would show up. They have a habit of doing that.
They were already in cuffs before then, Sonny. We had the house surrounded. If you could have hung on, maybe nobody would have died.
Hey, a second longer and it would have been us.
That's your story?
Cluck you sideways,
Cut
Bosco.
count.
Gentlemen,
Gentlemen?
we're honestly very sorry it had to end
Well,
like
not
this.
really. You tried to kill us like 3
this
times.
peacefully.
For myself, I'm glad, gentlemen. I would have sincerely regretted it if we had to shoot both of you, but unfortunately, that seemed to be the only solution to this, rather nasty situation. Fortunately, it didn't turn out that way. Joyful.
Don't think we'll be behind bars for long, chickens. Whistler may be dead, but his empire
I have no
still
idea why
won't
certain
crumble.
animals are a certain nationality. Don't ask me.
In complex sentences, too.
Yeah, or something like that.
Amazing.
I mean...
So, here they are, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I
The
had to talk to
chicken
everyone
police
first. Got it.
in the flesh.
Damn it, Tim. Drop it and cluck off.
Fuck count.
Oh, no, boys. This time, you deserve it.
What the cluck did you
Fuck
say,
count.
boss?
Stand up straight and try to look like someone who's glad to be alive.
You know, the...
Yes, sir.
Pose.
We'll try.
Can chickens do that?
Attention, chicken police. Say cheese.
The Ruthless Rooster's back in action. So, Natasha went missing, it said? The following animal species were not included in this game because they're the 27 that went. I bet they're the 27 that went extinct in the list. I'm not reading that. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And among many others, mostly because during the development of this game, all these species have been declared extinct. Ouch! 202,000 extinctions occur every year. Oh my gosh, they show the body capture. I guess they originally started working on this in 2011? Look at that kitty! I'm guessing that's the model for Natasha's face. Murder my sweet. It was turned into murder my tweet. They must have really loved film noirs.
But my soul keeps me turning back. I'm tired of being sick.
Chicken in a Santa hat. Chicken in a Santa hat.
We're still lying in my bed.
Golly.
All the corners are dead inside.
I won't recognize any of these names, will I? That answer is no. This gun for hire.
Is on fire. I hear a bang and my heart beats skips. Rock hard knuckles and easy tricks. Where are you, baby? I'm still your lady. I'm gonna.
To my mom and dad who didn't freak out when I told them I was working on pinup girls with animal heads. Okay, so that's the body model of Natasha. And then the names of their pets. Special thanks to Raymond Chandler, Tim Schafer, Charles Vidor, Michael Curtis, Shinichiro Watanabe, and Hayao Miyazaki for all our dreams and nightmares.
It's dead.
I was just looking at another THQ Nordic game. What was it? I'm never going to remember it now, am I? To be continued, question mark? Yeah, I got the cutscene, thank God.
Natasha?
You were expecting me, weren't you?
I wouldn't say that, but I'm not surprised.
I just wanted to talk to you.
With all your clothes
About
on, I
what
hope.
Exactly.
You know very well.
Molly?
What do you think, Natasha? Why didn't she tell me?
Because she loved you.
What didn't she tell me?
If it wasn't for you, she may have never left the place. Perhaps she'd still be there.
Ah, sheep shit.
We used to dream about falling in love with a nice man who comes and saves us someday.
Was that
a knight in shining
play
armor?
Bunny?
You know, like in the fairy tales.
Aww.
And how did that work out for you?
She fell in love with a good guy. I didn't. I envy her.
I'm not that good guy, Natasha. But if it's any consolation, she could have found him. Maybe she's living with him right now, somewhere on the other side of the world.
Well, goodbye, Sonny.
So long, sweetheart. Hey, Natasha, you have a light? I've been trying to smoke this sorry-ass cig all day. It's driving me crazy.
Maybe you don't really need it.
Maybe you're right. Maybe.
I would really love to see a chicken smoking a cigarette. How would that even work? Yeah. Whatever happens, happens. Spike Spiegel. It was her, right? Dun dun dun.